So here we are, Shay, Tom, and Janice. We got the visiting chef from Paris, and we're going to put together a little risotto ai porcini. First things first, the porcini mushroom. I got them dry. I have 40 grams here. I've been soaking them for about 5 or 6 hours in regular tap water. This is the rice, carnaroli. This is the best one. A chicken broth. Later, we're going to need butter. We're going to need 1 clove of garlic. A bit of parsley, topping at the end. And, very important, parmigiano. We've got some Reggiano here. Also a little extra virgin olive oil to get the whole thing going. And as a side dish, we're going to have some delicious steamed asparagus. All right, we've got our mushrooms. They've been soaking 6 hours or so. We're taking these mushrooms out gently so as not to disturb the sediment, because we're going to use this liquid in the cooking process. You don't even have to do much chopping here. You don't want to chop them too small because it gets a little commercial looking or something. Where to cut the asparagus. A little test like this, you hold it, snap it, and that's where you cut. We're going to do a bunch at a time, save a little time. I know the spot more or less. These we're just going to steam up for about 5 minutes, and maybe put a little, season them with a little lemon and olive oil and salt. And they should make a very nice side dish to this risotto. Next, on the cutting block, fresh Italian parsley. This we're going to use right in the end, just to sprinkle on finished product with a little flavor. Last bit of prep work is the parmigiano, which we'll have to grate. This happens to be a parmigiano Reggiano. I don't know how many months it's been aging, but probably 24. And we're going to need a clove or 2. These are tiny, so we'll use a couple of cloves, or the largest one here. Unusually, we use this clove in its entirety. Don't slice it, just plop it in there, peel to remove it when the risotto is done. All right, we're gonna start the broth. The water is heating up. I'm gonna put the contents of this envelope into that water, and soon it's gonna be soup. While that's heating, we'll get the main pot going. We need a little olive oil in there. As soon as that heats up a bit, I'll add the chopped porcini and that entire clove of garlic. This should be cooked for about 2 minutes, and then we'll add the rice. All right, looks like our broth coming around already, and the mushrooms are starting to smell really good. I'm going to lower the flame on the broth. Now for the rice. Rule of thumb here, 3 handfuls per person. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 for the pot. Stir this around a bit for a minute or so. Let the flavor seep into the rice. This will take about 15 minutes. The rice is ready with the liquid, and this is the liquid. This is the water that we use to soak the mushrooms. We pour slowly, so if there is any sediment in there, it stays in the bowl and not in the cooking pot. Now, the secret with any risotto is that you add liquid only when you need it. You let the liquid evaporate, and when it needs some more, you add some. So the water, the liquid is evaporating in here. Everything's waking up. All these flavors are waking up. We're starting to smell the mushroom for sure, and even the garlic. Now, for the chicken broth. Important that it's always hot. Some people insist that you always stir the cooking process. I don't think that's really necessary, especially towards the end. You don't want to stir too much towards the end because it can damage the consistency of the rice. It gets tender in the end. It's better to be tender with it. There's even a different kind of a spoon with a hole in it that's designed for the latter part of cooking. The rice is looking a little dry, so we're going to add a little liquid to it. Stir it a bit. It's looking very good. The water is boiling. Put in the asparagus and set the timer for 5 minutes. It's starting to look, it's expanding, it's nice and round. It's going to be good. Again, we add a little broth. Almost there. It should be very firm, a little bit uncooked tasting on the inside. And the consistency should not be too dry because, like I said before, we wait for 10 minutes before we eat it. So it should be a little bit moist when you turn the gas off. Like this. All right. It's ready. Turning the gas off. So we're going to leave it in the pan, but we're going to put the butter and the cheese right now. So we've got a large amount of butter. It's good for your cholesterol. And all of this cheese that we grated before. Mix it up. We wait 10 minutes. Voila. Season the steamed asparagus. First, a little salt. extra virgin olive oil. And we'll finish it off with a little lemon. Same thing with the mozzarella di bufala. A little salt, a lot of oil. That's it. Here we go. 10 minutes. Last stir. Need to add a little prezzemolo, as we say in Italia. A little parsley. And maybe a little fresh ground black pepper. That is it.